Microsoft finally has a fresh new flagship smartphone, the Microsoft Lumia 950. It features some pretty beefy specifications, such as a 5.2-inch QHD AMOLED display, a Snapdragon 808 hexa-core processor with 3GB of RAM, and a 20-megapixel camera sensor, among many other things that we will discuss later in the video. The unit I have in front of me is the AT&T variant, which comes in its own custom packaging. But with that said, let's go ahead and just get inside this box. We can go ahead and slice off the plastic tab and lift open the top of the box to reveal the Lumia 950. On top of the Lumia 950, there's an AT&T Quick Start Guide which details some specs of the Lumia. The AT&T SIM card is hiding underneath of the device, which I'm going to put off to the side for now. Below, we have some more paperwork, such as some literature that defines the AT&T transfer program, which will basically sync data from one device to another. There is a product safety information packet, and then we have some accessories. They include a US wall wart with quick charging capabilities and a USB Type-C cable here, which is really nice to see. USB Type-C is still very new to the market, but if you plan on using this device for the next couple of years, you'll really be glad to see this kind of connector cable. The last item in the box is the 3000 mAh battery, which we're going to have to install later. But upon taking the Lumia 950 out of its protective plastic, the first thing that came to my mind was just how much it resembles the LG Nexus 5X. It's a very lightweight device, especially without the battery inside, and the back cover is constructed with plastic. The back cover is removable, so you can swap in and out a 3000 mAh battery and a micro SD card, which are two very good features. My only complaint so far with the hardware is that there is no metal on this device to speak of, with the exception of the camera ring. It makes the device feel very cheap in the hand. It definitely doesn't scream quality, which is not very good for a company that really needs to gain some market share against Android or iOS. Now, without looking at any of the specs beforehand, you can notice the AMOLED display right when this device powers on. Content appears very crisp and detailed due to the high resolution. The AMOLED display just makes sense for an OS that is predominantly dark themed, so I'm really glad Microsoft decided to side with an AMOLED display. Now, the Lumia 950 runs Windows 10. It's one of the first mobile devices to do so. There's a lot of new features found in this new OS, so Microsoft has a new app store, similar to the store you'd find on a PC. Microsoft Office apps now work on your phone with apparently no compromises from the PC versions. There's also a lot of new apps and design changes. There's a new photo app and a new browser known as the Edge browser. It features support for Cortana, so she'll give you directions and reviews of restaurants at a glance, for example. As someone who is much more familiar with Android and iOS mobile devices, I do have a lot of learning and exploring to do, that is for sure. But I use Windows 10 on my Surface 3 on a daily basis, so I definitely see some similarities there. I will say that the Snapdragon 808 hexa-core processor and 3GB of RAM really helps this device perform very well. You know, it's not the snappiest device I've used, but I haven't experienced any lag or stuttering at all. The device is very, very smooth. It's buttery smooth. The Lumia 950 does feature a 20-megapixel camera sensor with a triple LED RGB flash, OIS, or optical image stabilization, Carl Zeiss optics, an f1.9 aperture, and 1.12 micron meter pixels. It's accompanied with a 5-megapixel front-facing camera sensor and a dedicated physical camera button located on the right-hand side of the device, which can launch the camera app pretty darn quick. The camera sensor itself looks extremely promising. I've never had the privilege of testing a Lumia camera sensor in person, and I just really can't wait to test this one in detail. Feel free to let me know your thoughts of these test images you see here. With that said, this is the Microsoft Lumia 950. It's one of the first smartphones to run Windows 10, and it's accompanied with the larger 950 XL, which I hope to get my hands on as well. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It really does help show your support, especially if you'd like to see a 30-day challenge with the 950 as I use the device as my daily driver. I think that would be really interesting. It'd be a lot of fun too. As always, I'm BoHD from PhoneDog.com. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you right back here in the next one. See ya.